Hello everyone, welcome to RedMystRacing. You are with Knight Rider. We have round 3 of the Restart Racing Clio Cup. This is race 1. Race 1 and race 2, Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. 7 drivers for you tonight, so let's get the action under the way. The last 2 rounds, 4 races, have been some crazy exciting racing, so let's get on board and watch this great racing again. So on board with Grimace, he's in 7th place at the minute. So we'll be able to see all the action ahead as it unfolds. Everyone getting away, coming up to the downhill into turn 1. Everyone pretty much single file through there. So this is the Indy circuit. Oh no, there's been a touch. They've come together. Who is that? Who is that? We got Bundy and AssTrack coming together. So Bundy's just kind of gone on the outside. AssTrack's just kind of pulled across in front of him. Touched together. They're in the dirt. AssTrack's gone for a big spin. Bundy's in the dirt as well. He's going to wait for him. Gives him, backs up a little bit, lets him through. And Bundy down to 7th, AssTrack down to 6th. We jump back on board with Grimace. Missed everyone else going through the hairpin. Looks like everyone got through pretty quickly. Aussie Bogan's in 3rd at the minute. RMR Phil ahead of him, and Pope is in the lead. So we've had 2 turns and everyone's gapped out a little bit already. We'll stay on board with Aussie Bogan for now. Keep an eye on the guys behind us. Wait for some more action. So already coming up to complete lap 1. It's a very short circuit, so should provide us with some good racing. These guys are a little bit apart at the moment, so we might jump on board with Bundy and AssTrack and see how far they're behind. So everyone's on the main straight, so not too bad there. Surfer of the Mind is in 5th place. He's now having a look at Grimace. Grimace has gone a little bit defensive, so he's going to look for a move. No, he's just going to stay there for now. Size up the opposition while he can. It's running a little bit deep and wide, but not too bad there. So let's go forward. Check out Aussie Bogan, RMR Phil and Pope as they complete the final turn for the 2nd time. Come up to complete lap 2. Pope's pulling away now, sizable lead to RMR Phil. So Aussie Bogan's gapped 4th place by quite a bit. He's doing pretty good. So we've got Grimace. And we've got Surfer of the Mind just behind him. Surfer of the Mind looking up the inside. Grimace has run wide. Surfer of the Mind takes the inside apex. He's got the move done. Beautiful move there. A little bit of error from Grimace, but you still got to make it count. So on board with Mr. Grimace. Can he fight back here? Can he wait for the error, or can he just find a little bit of speed and push past? We'll have a look behind, and Bundy and AssTrack are starting to catch these 2 now. Very wide out into the grass. A little bit wide there, looking for the straight cut back. We'll have a look at Aussie Bogan. He hasn't quite got as close to RMR Phil as he would like to be. Pope ahead, running a nice race. Luckily starting for 1st place and not having any issues so far. As Bundy and AssTrack finish another lap. The question is, can these two catch the two ahead of them? We've got Grimace in 5th and Surfer of the Mind up in 4th. So Surfer of the Mind has now pulled a little bit of a gap on Grimace. Check out some different camera angles and check out the liveries that these guys are running. So AssTrack's starting to catch now. It's going to turn into a 4-way battle pretty soon. AssTrack, which is a much tighter line, it's going to get him done on the inside already. Such a tighter line through there, and he's gone straight through down the straight. He just needs to pull up on turn 1. Gets it turned in nicely, and AssTrack is now up into 5th. So Bundy, is he going to go around the outside? He's trying to get the job done around the outside, doesn't, just has a little bit of a touch into the back of him. Nothing untoward there, and he gets the move done into the next left-hander. So AssTrack is now starting to make a move on Aussie Bogan. So jump back onto the game cameras and follow him through. Is he going to take that tight line again? He's gone for the outside. Can he get the cut back? He's getting the cut back, but Aussie Bogan has parked himself on the apex. Aussie Bogan doing well not to let AssTrack go for a move. Oh, they both run wide. So that was AssTrack's chance, but they both run wide, unfortunately. We'll have a look, see if we can see the first and second. They've definitely gapped these Aussie Bogan a fair bit. Cannot see RMR Phil there anyway. AssTrack with a better run out of the corner. He's going to get the move done now. Come through to complete another lap. Aussie Bogan just into the back of AssTrack just a little bit, but AssTrack gets the move done up into 4th. Sorry, my apologies, he just passed Surfer of the Mind. Surfer of the Mind is red. So Bundy, I'll get it right in a second. Bundy looking for the inside move. Surfer of the Mind has just run a little bit wide, but Bundy goes through. So Bundy still trying to get AssTrack back. These two have been super close the whole race. Even closer on the first track. Alright, so Aussie Bogan not giving up on getting past Phil. The snap-on Clio is just ahead. Bogan Motorsports trying to look for a way through now. Let's see how far Poper's ahead, shall we? He's not too far ahead. We should see Phil and Aussie Bogan now come down the hill, so we can just run a nice clean even race now. Stay out ahead. So Bundy in 5th. He lost a little bit of time on AssTrack there. We got Surfer of the Mind just behind, trying to keep up with these guys. Mr. Grimace, it's not too far away either. Alright, closest two on the track, Aussie Bogan and Phil. So they come to complete another lap. Such evenly matched cars on this race. Let's see if we can see AssTrack. It's probably going to be a bit far behind to look at catching up to this group, so this is the battle for 2nd and 3rd. as they go around the hairpin. We'll look back up the track, and there goes AssTrack and Bundy. Bundy almost looked like he was out onto the sand, but his speed says otherwise. So Phil's managed to pull away again. So jump on board with Pope for a little bit, watch him go around the track. We haven't seen a lot of Pope tonight. Started from first, kept out of trouble in the first couple of corners, and then he was gone. Phil. So let's jump back to AssTrack. So he's got a reasonable gap on Bundy now. He's not going to be under pressure, so just lapping around now. He probably doesn't have enough laps to catch up to third place. The Server of the Mind isn't really dropping off of Bundy, so doing okay. And Grimace just at the back there. Just gone through the hairpin, down around the left-hander. Alright, let's see if we can find a battle. Aussie Bogan and Phil. We've got Aussie Bogan and Phil, and we've got Bundy and AssTrack. So we'll watch Aussie Bogan do a few laps now. It's a little bit of a smaller field than we're used to seeing from the Restart Racing group, but we still have 7. And don't forget, race 2 will be reverse grid, so that'll be very, very interesting. Pope is not going to have it all his way in the first couple of laps this time, so see if he can force his way through. Looking forward to race 2, but we are here for race 1. This is round 3 of Restart Racing Clio Cup, Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. We're on board with Aussie Bogan at the moment. He's in third. RMR Field just up ahead in second, and Pope, just see him going around the top there. He's in first. Starter from first. There's a jump back down to AssTrack. AssTrack's in fourth. Unfortunately, AssTrack and Bundy had a bit of a coming together on the first lap. Both of them ended up in the dirt, and Bundy waited for AssTrack to get back on the track before he set off. So these two were last after the first corner, but have got themselves back up to 4th and 5th respectively. Surfer of the Mind had some good battles up ahead, with Aussie Bogan to start with, and then AssTrack, they went around for a lap having a good battle. Grimace in 7th, pretty much where he started. He did gain a couple of positions and then lost out a little bit, but it's not too far behind the rest of the guys. Alright, Aussie Bogan, is he getting any chance on RMR Field? Looks like he's kind of dropped off a bit now, so must be getting close to the end of the race. They come around to complete another lap. So we watch the leader go around a little bit. It's also our championship leader. Got a little bit of a cracked windscreen there, so not sure what happened there. Completes another lap. It's getting further and further ahead of RMR Phil now, so not resting on his laurels at all. It's pulling away. RMR Phil's just doing enough to stay ahead of Aussie Bogan. So he knows he can make a couple of errors, but doing the best he can. Aussie Bogan using all of the track there, just putting everything in it to try and catch Phil. Just can't quite do it. So AssTrack is... Oh, Bundy! Let's have a look what happened there. He got it wide. It's out in the dirt, tries to pull it back. Just on the grass on the other side, but manages to keep it under control. Gets it straight again. Didn't lose out too badly there. He drops off AssTrack just a little bit after that slight error. But well caught. Pushing as hard as he can to catch up to AssTrack, just touching the dirt. Surfer of the mind, not quite close enough to capitalise on Bundy's error, but doing some nice laps. And that is the end of the race, guys. So Pope first, RMR Phil second, and Aussie Bogan top 3 race positions for round 3 race 1 Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. Alright, that's the Restart Racing Clio Cup. Round 3, race 1 completed. Stay tuned for our replay of race 2. That'll be coming to you soon. And there'll be reverse grids, so that will be very, very interesting. Until then, take care.